Warning, chosen ones, don't let yourselves get sidetracked. Don't click away from this. What I'm about to share isn't just another ordinary message. It's like a celestial emergency broadcast, a crucial final warning delivered directly to the souls of those who have been chosen. This coming Thursday isn't just another day you see on the calendar. The cosmic energies are all lining up in a way that hasn't been witnessed in over 1,000 years. Both ancient prophecies and modern quantum observers are in complete agreement on this. A truly monumental portal is on the verge of opening, a divine gateway that will trigger the ultimate and most profound wave of spiritual awakening that our planet has ever experienced. This is absolutely the moment that your soul has been patiently waiting for, not just in this current lifetime, but across countless previous incarnations. It's like a cosmic reset button, offering a quantum leap straight into a higher 5D consciousness, a direct and clear path to your divine destiny, to your ultimate power, and to all those miracles that you've only dared to imagine in your wildest dreams. But along with this incredibly immense opportunity comes an equally immense danger. The energies that will be present will be so potent, so utterly clarifying, that they'll act like a universal sorting mechanism. Those who are fully prepared, those who are truly aware of what's happening, will ascend to a higher level. They'll feel a definite activation of their dormant DNA, a flood of cosmic wisdom washing over them, and a harmonious alignment with the very frequency of miracles. For these individuals, Thursday will be nothing short of a coronation, a crowning achievement. But for those who are unaware, for those who blindly stumble into this sacred day without any preparation, the energy could be chaotic and incredibly confusing. It could tragically lock them out of this particular ascension cycle, potentially forcing them to repeat karmic lessons that they were destined to overcome. This is precisely why the universe has guided you to this specific video at this exact moment in time. You're being warned because you are without a doubt one of the chosen ones. You're being given a divine map, so to speak, to help you navigate the treacherous, energetic currents of this monumental day. There are 7 critical mistakes, 7 spiritual pitfalls that you absolutely must avoid making this coming Thursday. Making even just one of these mistakes could completely sever your connection to the divine, effectively block your blessings, and leave you stranded on the shores of the old, outdated 3D reality while the rest of the awakened souls ascend to a higher plane. Pay very close attention now, because your entire future, your very destiny, hangs precariously in the balance. The first and most critical mistake that you must avoid on this sacred Thursday is ignoring the soft whispers of your own intuition. Understand this very clearly. Your intuition isn't just some vague gut feeling. It's actually the voice of your higher self. It's the direct line of communication coming straight from your soul, from your spirit guides, and from the universe itself. On a normal day, this voice can be rather subtle, easily drowned out by the constant noise of your logical mind and the general chaos of the external world around you. But on this Thursday, as the veil between different dimensions thins to the width of a mere thought, your intuition will be practically screaming at you to pay attention. It will be greatly amplified, supercharged by the incoming cosmic rays. It will likely manifest as sudden, undeniable urges to go somewhere specific or to avoid a certain place or situation. It will likely be a clear, undeniable thought that suddenly pops into your mind, telling you to call someone or to finally begin that important project that you've been putting off for far too long. It might even be a distinct physical sensation, like a tingling in your hands when you think of making the correct decision, or a feeling of deep unease in your stomach when you contemplate a path that isn't right for you. To ignore these very clear signals on this particular day is akin to spiritual suicide. It's like having the entire universe hand you a golden key to your future and you foolishly choosing to throw it away without a second thought. The universe will be testing you. It will present you with various choices, with important crossroads, and your logical mind will try its best to argue and rationalize, urging you to choose the safe or the practical option in each scenario. But the so-called safe option is actually the trap. The practical option is nothing more than the cage of the old paradigm. On Thursday, your intuition will be your only true and reliable compass. You must trust it implicitly, even if it doesn't make any logical sense at all to your conscious mind. Before you make any decision, from what you eat for breakfast that morning to how you respond to an important email, I want you to simply close your eyes, place a hand gently on your heart, take a slow, deep breath, and sincerely ask your higher self, "Is this truly in my highest alignment?" And then simply listen. Don't overthink it. Just listen and feel the answer resonate within your body. The very first response that you receive, the one that comes to you even before doubt and fear have a chance to creep in, is the divine truth. Ignoring that is the first major step to missing the entire celestial event altogether. The second mistake that you must avoid, and this one is so insidious because it's woven into the very fabric of our society, is engaging in low vibrational conversations and gossip. Every single word that you speak carries a distinct vibration. It's like a spell that you're casting out into the universe. Your very words literally create your reality. On a day of such heightened energetic sensitivity, the power of your words will be magnified 1,000-fold. Engaging in idle gossip, constantly complaining about your circumstances, speaking words of fear or lack, or judging another soul is essentially the equivalent of building a dense energetic cage all around yourself. As the divine light of ascension pours onto the planet, these low vibrational words will act like a frequency fence, deflecting all the blessings and locking you right into the very reality that you're complaining about in the first place. Think of it this way: the universe is actively trying to send you a direct download of pure 5D abundance consciousness, but your constant verbal complaints are creating so much static that the signal simply cannot get through to you. This Thursday, you absolutely must become a sacred guardian of your own mouth and your own words. Before you speak, always ask yourself, are these words creating a reality that I actually want to live in? Do these words elevate both myself and the person I'm speaking to? Do they align with the highest version of myself, the one who is already living a life filled with miracles? If the answer to any of those questions is a resounding no, then simply remain in sacred silence. Silence is infinitely more powerful than negative or harmful speech. If you happen to find yourself in a situation where others are gossiping or complaining, you don't need to preach to them or try to change their minds. Simply and politely excuse yourself from the conversation. Protect your own energetic field at all costs. Instead, use your voice to speak positive affirmations. Say them out loud with conviction. I am in perfect alignment with my divine destiny. I am a powerful magnet for miracles. I am effortlessly receiving the codes of ascension with ease and grace. Each positive declaration is a powerful command to the universe, reinforcing your readiness to receive and anchoring the high frequencies of the portal deep within your cellular structure. Don't ever underestimate the power of this. Your words on Thursday will either be the very chains that bind you, or they'll be the wings that allow you to soar. Choose your words wisely. If you're feeling the absolute truth of these words resonate deep within your soul, if you can literally feel the energy of this very message activating something significant within you, I strongly encourage you to declare it to the universe right now. Go down to the comments section and type, "I am vibrating higher," to anchor this powerful frequency into your being and to signal to your spirit guides that you are more than ready for this important upgrade. The third mistake that you must avoid is a silent poison, one that many of you are likely ingesting every single day, often without even realizing the profound spiritual damage that it's causing. On this powerfully charged Thursday, you must not consume fear-based media or digital noise. This includes the mainstream news, the endless scrolling through social media feeds filled with outrage and division, and violent movies and television shows. These aren't just benign forms of entertainment. They're actually frequency weapons. They're meticulously designed to keep your vibrational frequency locked into the low-density states of fear, anger, and separation. Fear is truly the mind killer. It's the direct opposite of the frequency of love and trust that is absolutely required to pass through the ascension portal successfully. When you consume this kind of content, you're willingly flooding your auric field with energetic pollution. It clouds your third eye and calcifies your pineal gland, creating a deep disharmony with the rising human resonance of the earth. You simply cannot expect to receive a divine download from the cosmos if your own personal broadcast system is constantly tuned to the frequency of chaos and fear. On Thursday, you must commit to a radical digital detox for a full 24 hours. Completely unplug from the matrix. Don't watch the news. Don't scroll mindlessly through social media. Don't engage with any kind of content that makes you feel anxious, angry, or afraid. This isn't about being ignorant of important world events. It's about being wise enough to protect your own sacred vessel on a day when it's most vulnerable and most receptive to higher energies. Instead of consuming digital noise, I want you to consciously consume soul food. Listen to high-frequency music like solfeggio frequencies or classical music. Go outside and place your bare feet directly on the earth to ground yourself in the planet's healing electromagnetic field. Read a spiritual book, meditate quietly, sit in peaceful silence, and simply observe the natural beauty of the world around you. You must create a clear and sacred space within your mind and your energetic field for the divine to easily enter. You simply can't fill a cup that's already overflowing with poison. Empty your cup completely on Thursday so that the universe can fill it with the nectar of the gods, with the liquid light of pure source consciousness. This act of unplugging from the digital world is an act of profound self-love and a powerful declaration that you are consciously choosing the 5D reality over the old and outdated 3D illusion. The fourth mistake that you must avoid is one that will trap so many well-meaning souls, even those who consider themselves to be spiritually aware and awakened. It's the common mistake of clinging tightly to old identities and past grievances. This Thursday's energy portal is a cosmic reset, a divine invitation to be completely reborn. But you simply cannot be reborn if you're still carrying the dead corpse of your old self on your back. This means that you must consciously and deliberately release every last grievance that you're currently holding on to. The person who betrayed you, the family member who deeply hurt you, the boss who wronged you in some way, you must sincerely forgive them all. This forgiveness isn't actually for them at all. It's a selfish act of energetic liberation for yourself. Holding on tightly to a grudge is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die as a result. Energetically, it anchors you firmly to the past. It tethers your timeline to a low vibrational event, making it nearly impossible for you to ascend into a higher timeline. On Thursday, the cosmic energies will amplify whatever you happen to be focusing your attention on. If you're constantly focusing on past hurts and traumas, you will inevitably manifest more situations that bring you even more pain and suffering. It's a fundamental law of the universe. So you absolutely must make a conscious choice to break free from that cycle. I strongly suggest that you perform a simple forgiveness ritual. Write down the names of every single person who you feel has wronged you in some way. Next to each name, write down the specific grievance that you're holding on to. And then looking directly at that list, I want you to say out loud, I release you completely. I sincerely forgive you. I set myself free from this burden. Then safely burn that piece of paper. As you watch the smoke rise up into the air, vividly visualize all the dense, heavy energy of those old wounds leaving your body, your mind, and your spirit, being transmuted by the fire into pure, radiant light. But it's not just about forgiving others who have wronged you. It's also about fully releasing your old identity, the limiting stories that you constantly tell yourself, such as, I'm not good enough, I'm always unlucky in love, or I'll never be wealthy. These are all just outdated programs. They're simply not who you truly are at your core. On Thursday, you must consciously stop telling yourself these negative stories. You absolutely have to let go of the person you were yesterday in order to fully become the person you are destined to be tomorrow. This is your golden opportunity to wipe the slate completely clean. Don't desecrate this sacred opportunity by dragging the mud of your past into the pristine temple of your bright future. Step through that powerful portal clean light and unburdened, fully ready to receive the new and magnificent identity that the universe has been patiently waiting to bestow upon you. This is truly your moment of absolute liberation. Seize it with both hands. So we've now uncovered the first 4 major energetic traps that have been laid out for the unwary soul. The siren song of the logical mind that constantly urges you to ignore the whispers of your intuition, the insidious poison of low vibrational speech, the mind-numbing frequency of digital noise, and the heavy chains of past grievances that weigh you down. If you've fully integrated these crucial warnings, your auric field is likely already beginning to brighten and purify itself in preparation for the celestial baptism that is soon to come. But don't become complacent or think that you're already completely prepared. The final 3 mistakes are far more subtle because they often masquerade as normal, even responsible human behavior. They're the subtle traps that insidiously ensnare even the most dedicated lightworkers who believe they're already fully awake and enlightened. They're the final gatekeepers that stand directly between you and your full 5D activation. The 5th mistake that you must avoid is perhaps the most tragically overlooked aspect of spiritual ascension in the Western world. It's a significant blind spot that has kept millions of brilliant souls firmly tethered to the lower 3D plane of existence. On this sacred and potent Thursday, you absolutely must not neglect or disrespect your physical vessel in any way. Understand this profound truth that has been hidden from you in plain sight for far too long. Your body isn't just some machine that needs to be fueled and then forgotten. It's actually a sacred living temple. It's a crystalline biological antenna of the very highest order, specifically designed to receive, translate, and broadcast powerful cosmic information. Every single cell in your body has its own consciousness. Every strand of your DNA is a filament of light that is just waiting to be activated by incoming solar and galactic frequencies. On this Thursday, the universe will be sending down what can only be accurately described as light codes, packets of divine information, blueprints for the new human powerful upgrades for your own consciousness. These codes aren't just abstract concepts, they're literal energetic particles that absolutely must be received and properly integrated by your physical body. If your temple is polluted or damaged in any way, if your antenna is clogged with static and debris, these divine transmissions will inevitably be deflected, or even worse, they will be received, but they will be completely unable to properly integrate, thus causing both physical and emotional chaos. This is often what many people mistakenly interpret as illness or a mental breakdown. So what exactly constitutes disrespect for your sacred temple on this most critical day? It all begins with what you choose to consume. Every single piece of food that you eat carries its own unique vibrational frequency. Heavily processed foods, foods laden with refined sugar and artificial chemical additives, and dense heavy meats all carry the low frequency of death, of fear, and of the soulless industrial machine. To eat these things on Thursday is to willingly ingest the very frequency of the matrix that you're actively trying to escape from. It's akin to directly inviting the enemy right into your most sacred inner sanctum. These foods create a thick, energetic sludge in your system, dramatically lowering your overall frequency and making it virtually impossible for the delicate, high-frequency light codes to find a resonant landing place within your cells. They also create inflammation throughout your body, which is essentially energetic friction, blocking the smooth flow of chi and prana through your meridian lines and chakras. You must, for this crucial 24-hour period, treat your physical body as if it were the most holy altar. Consume only light, healthy foods. Eat the foods that grow closest to the sun, such as fresh organic fruits and vibrant vegetables. Think of them not as mere calories, but as solidified light, as vital information coming directly from Gaia herself, preparing your body to fully harmonize with the planetary frequency shift. And you absolutely must hydrate with conscious intention. Water isn't just H2O. It's actually liquid crystal, a programmable medium that carries both memory and consciousness. The tap water in most cities is sadly filled with industrial runoff and carries the distinct energetic imprint of a sick and stressed society. On Thursday, you must drink pure, living water. If you can drink fresh spring water, if not, filter your water thoroughly and infuse it with your positive intention. Hold your glass of water and speak your heartfelt prayers directly into it. I lovingly program this water with the frequency of perfect health, divine clarity, and effortless ascension. Vividly visualize pure golden light pouring directly into the water. As you slowly drink it, feel that programmed conscious liquid cleansing every single cell, washing away old outdated programs and preparing your inner crystalline matrix to readily receive the incoming cosmic downloads. Dehydration on this day is an act of spiritual self-sabotage, as it prevents the smooth flow of electrical and energetic currents through your nervous system, which is the primary conduit for these brand new energies. Furthermore, you must honor your body's innate need for rest and gentle movement. The integration of these powerful new energies is inevitably an exhausting process for your physical body. It's literally rewriting you at a cellular level. You may very well feel unusually tired, and you must not fight against that feeling. To push yourself too hard with caffeine and stimulants is to override a critical divine process. Sleep isn't just a shutdown period, it's actually a profound journey. It's when your consciousness travels to the higher realms, to the dream portal, to receive valuable instruction and healing from your spirit guides and your celestial family. On Thursday night, the dreams of the chosen ones will be extraordinarily vivid and potent. They will likely be filled with symbolic messages, important visitations, and direct teachings. To prepare for this, you absolutely must create a sacred space for sleep. Turn off all electronic devices at least 1 hour before you go to bed. Meditate quietly. Anoint your third eye with a single drop of pure lavender essential oil. Ask your spirit guides to protect you during your sleep and to deliver the messages that you most need to receive at this time. Don't be surprised if you awaken with a sudden clarity, a brilliant solution to a lifelong problem, or simply a feeling of profound peace and contentment. This is the vital work that is being done while you sleep. And during the day, avoid strenuous, jarring exercise. Instead, engage in gentle, conscious movement like a slow walk in nature, gentle yoga, or simple stretching exercises. The primary purpose of this movement is to help the energy flow smoothly and to prevent it from getting stuck and creating blockages. As you walk, consciously feel your deep connection to the earth. With every step that you take, feel her ancient, stable energy rising up through your feet, grounding you, protecting you, and harmonizing your energetic field with her own natural ascension process. Neglecting your physical body on this incredibly important day isn't just a minor oversight. It's a fundamental misunderstanding of the basic mechanics of ascension itself. You aren't just a ghost trapped inside a machine. You are a spirit that has been made manifest in the physical world. And your manifestation, your beautiful sacred body, is absolutely the key to grounding the light of the heavens right here on earth. If you truly understand that your physical body is your sacred temple, your divine instrument for this ascension, I want you to make a firm commitment to yourself right now. Go down to the comments section and simply declare, "I honor my temple," to seal this powerful intention and to signal to the universe that your entire being, body, mind, and spirit is fully ready for this sacred transformation. Now we arrive at the sixth and perhaps most psychologically challenging mistake that you absolutely must avoid making. This is the significant barrier where many an awakening soul stumbles and inevitably falls back into shadow, mistakenly believing that they have somehow failed. On this Thursday, as the cosmic energies pour down onto our planet, with an unprecedented intensity. You must not, under any circumstances, reject or resist the emotional purge that will inevitably be triggered within you. Let me be perfectly clear about this. This incoming wave of light is essentially a wave of absolute truth. And like a powerful flood, it will rush into the deepest, darkest corners of your psyche, of your subconscious mind. And it will churn up everything that has been suppressed, denied, and hidden away for far too long. Every old trauma from this life and from past lives, every suppressed fear, every ounce of unexpressed grief, anger, or shame will all be forcefully brought to the surface. This is the great shadow purge that has been prophesied. It may very well manifest as a sudden, overwhelming wave of sadness that seems to come out of nowhere. You may find yourself inexplicably angry, lashing out at your loved ones for no apparent reason. Deep-seated anxieties that you thought you had already conquered may suddenly roar back to life with a vengeance. Old painful memories may begin to play on a continuous loop in your mind, tormenting you. Your first human instinct will naturally be to resist all of this. You'll likely think, this simply can't be right. I'm supposed to be ascending to a higher level. I'm supposed to be feeling blissful and full of light. So why do I feel so terrible right now? I must be doing something terribly wrong here. This is the great illusion that you must overcome. This is the trap that you must avoid falling into. The purge that you're experiencing isn't a sign that you're somehow failing at this process. It's actually irrefutable proof that you are succeeding. It's clear evidence that the light is indeed working, that it is powerful enough to penetrate your densest shadows and to finally bring them into the light to be healed and released forever. To actively resist this natural process is to create a catastrophic energetic blockage deep within your being. Imagine for a moment that you're holding a large beach ball underwater. It takes a tremendous amount of energy and constant pressure to keep it submerged. The moment that you lose your focus, it will erupt forcefully to the surface with violent force. This is exactly what you do when you resist your emotions. You're foolishly using your precious life force energy to suppress the very things that are actually trying to leave you. This internal battle will inevitably exhaust you completely. It will significantly lower your overall vibration, and it will completely prevent the vital ascension codes from properly integrating within your being. The pent-up energy has to go somewhere, and if it cannot be released naturally, it will inevitably manifest as physical pain, illness, or external chaos in your life. The great secret that the Ascended Masters have always known is this: the only true way out is through. You must consciously choose to become the fearless alchemist of your own emotional landscape. So when the overwhelming wave of sadness comes over you on Thursday, do not resist it in any way. Do not distract yourself by mindlessly scrolling through your phone or binge-watching a mindless television show. Do not numb it with unhealthy food or alcohol. Simply stop what you're doing. Find a quiet, peaceful space where you can be alone. Gently close your eyes and consciously invite the emotion in. Say to yourself, "Hello, sadness. I see you clearly. I am willing to fully feel you without any judgment." Get curious about the emotion. Where exactly do you feel it in your body? Is it a tightness in your chest? A pit in your stomach? Simply breathe deeply into that particular sensation. Observe it objectively, like a scientist, carefully observing a strange weather pattern. Do not attach a story to the emotion. Your mind will naturally want to tell you, "I'm feeling sad," because of this particular person or because of that specific event. You must gently let that limiting story go. The story is simply your mind's feeble attempt to keep the emotion trapped within you. Instead, focus solely on the pure, physical sensation of the emotion itself. Remember this: you are not actually your sadness. You are the vast, silent awareness that is simply witnessing the sadness. As you consciously do this, as you lovingly hold that intense emotion in a non-judgmental embrace, a miracle will inevitably happen. The emotion, having finally been fully seen and acknowledged, will gradually begin to dissolve on its own. It will quickly lose its power over you. It will be naturally transmuted from dense trapped energy into freely flowing life force. You are actively allowing the poison to be gently drawn out of your system. This is the great work that you have been called here to do. This is the true path of the spiritual warrior. On Thursday, you must be fully prepared to feel everything that you have likely spent your entire life running away from, and you must have the courage to stand your ground, to breathe deeply, and to allow the powerful waves to wash completely through you, knowing with absolute certainty that on the other side of this storm lies a peaceful shore of unimaginable peace, freedom, and complete wholeness. Each emotion that you allow yourself to fully feel and consciously release is just another heavy chain that breaks, lightening your energetic load and allowing you to ascend higher and faster than you ever thought was possible. The final and seventh mistake that you must avoid is perhaps the most profound of them all, for it deals directly with the very purpose of your incarnation at this specific moment in cosmic history. It's essentially the culmination of all the other inner work that you are consciously doing on this incredibly important day of collective awakening. You absolutely must not fall into the common illusion of separation by isolating yourself energetically from others. The old 3D matrix, the outdated paradigm, was built entirely upon the foundational lie of separation. That you are somehow separate from your neighbor, separate from nature, and even separate from God. This insidious lie is truly the root of all fear, all competition, and all conflict in the world. The new 5D reality, the new Earth that is currently being born, is built upon the diametrically opposing principle of unity. The fundamental truth is unity consciousness. It's the deep, personal understanding that we're all connected, all individual selves within the body of God, unique expressions of a single, unified consciousness. This Thursday's Ascension event isn't just about personal growth, it's a planetary activation involving all of us. As a chosen one, a light worker, you're a vital piece of this divine puzzle, one of the 1440000 souls who volunteered to be here on Earth now to anchor the light and stabilize the frequency grid for all of humanity. Your energy and awareness matter more than you can imagine. The mistake of isolating yourself can appear in different ways. It could be physically withdrawing from the world out of fear or social anxiety. But more subtly, it's closing your heart, focusing only on your own healing and ascension without considering the collective. It's seeing the world's chaos and thinking, this doesn't involve me. I'll just stay in my spiritual bubble. This is the ultimate test of the ego. The ego wants to ascend alone, but the soul knows that we rise together. On Thursday, you have a sacred mission to consciously and intentionally connect your heart to the emerging grid of human unity consciousness. This doesn't mean you have to be around a crowd. For many, that would be overwhelming. It's about an inner connection. I want you to find time during the day to meditate. Visualize your beautiful, radiant heart glowing with brilliant golden white light. Then see that light expanding outward, sending luminous threads of energy. See these threads connecting to the hearts of your loved ones, your friends, even those you find difficult. But don't stop there. See these threads connecting to every awakening soul on the planet, to the trees, the oceans, the animals. Visualize a magnificent, shimmering web of light, encasing the entire globe with your heart as a bright, stable anchor point within it. As you hold this vision, you're not just imagining something, you're performing a powerful act of energetic service. You're contributing your frequency to the collective field, making it easier for others to awaken. You're strengthening the signal of unity, helping to override the old broadcast of fear and separation. You're fulfilling your soul's contract, being the light worker you came here to be. Reach out to someone else you know is on this path. Send a simple message like "thinking of you today. We're in this together." That simple act of connection, of recognizing the other in yourself, will amplify both of your energies exponentially. Don't hide your light on this day. Don't believe the lie that you're alone. You're part of a vast celestial team. Your family of light is all around you on this planet and in the higher realms, watching, waiting, and ready to support you. All you have to do is open your heart and connect. This is the final key that unlocks the door to the new earth. It's the realization that love, not just for yourself, but for everyone, is the only frequency that truly sets you free. If you're ready to fulfill your sacred mission and connect your heart to the collective grid of light, make your declaration to the cosmos. Go to the comments and type, "We are one," to affirm your place in the family of light and amplify the energy of unity consciousness across the entire planet. Your declaration matters. It's a beacon of light in the darkness. This isn't for everyone. It's for the chosen who are ready to change their reality. You've journeyed with me through the shadows, through the 7 gates of illusion designed to trap you. Now, on this most sacred of Thursdays, you hold the keys to bypass the energetic snares of the Matrix. You've been armed with the sacred knowledge of what you must times, not times do. By understanding these prohibitions, you've performed a profound act of spiritual alchemy. You've cleared your energetic vessel, emptied your cup, swept the temple of your soul, making it pristine and ready for the divine's arrival. You've created a sacred void, a space of pure potentiality. Do you feel it? A stillness, a quiet anticipation in the very air around you. This is the calm before the celestial storm of blessings. Now we shift our focus from the shadows we must avoid to the blinding light we're about to receive. Having prepared your sacred ground, you're no longer just a passive observer of this cosmic event. You've become a conscious participant, a divine receiver, a lightning rod for miracles. What follows isn't speculation. It's a celestial forecast of the signs and wonders that will begin to manifest for you, the chosen ones, as you successfully navigate the energies of this day. These aren't mere coincidences. They're undeniable, tangible proof that you've passed the test, aligned your frequency with the portal, and that the universe is now responding to your readiness in miraculous ways. Prepare yourself, because your reality is about to become far more magical than your mind has ever allowed you to believe. The first and most immediate miracle you'll begin to witness is what the ancient mystics called the symphony of synchronicities. On a normal day, a synchronicity might be a small, pleasant surprise, like seeing 111 on the clock or thinking of a friend right before they call. But on this Thursday, for those who have cleared their channels, it won't be a single note. It will be a thundering celestial orchestra playing a symphony composed just for your soul. It will be a relentless, cascading, undeniable series of signs so perfectly tailored to your personal journey that it will shatter any remaining skepticism and bring you to your knees in awe. You'll look at the clock and not just see 222, but you'll then walk outside and see a license plate that reads 222, only to open a book to page 222 moments later. This is the universe shouting at you. You are in alignment. You are exactly where you need to be. The synchronicities will move beyond numbers. They'll become living messages from the spirit realm. An animal messenger, if you have a deep connection with a hawk, a dragonfly, or a wolf, may physically cross your path at the exact moment you're contemplating a life-altering decision. Its presence, a clear and powerful omen. You'll overhear a conversation between strangers that contains the exact answer to a question you just silently asked in your heart. A song will play on the radio with lyrics so pointedly relevant to your situation that it feels as though your spirit guides have hijacked the airwaves to speak directly to you. Why does this happen with such intensity on this day? Because the 7 mistakes we discussed are what normally create the static that blocks these signals. The constant mental chatter, the low vibrational media, the emotional baggage, it all creates a dense fog in your perception. The signs have always been there. The universe has always been speaking to you, but you were unable to perceive them through the smog of the 3D matrix. By following the guidance, you've wiped your lens clean. You've become perceptually sensitive to the higher dimensional language of the cosmos, which is the language of symbol, metaphor, and synchronicity. When this symphony begins to play for you, you must not dismiss it. You must engage with it. Each sign is a breadcrumb on the path to your highest destiny. Acknowledge it. Say thank you out loud. This act of gratitude completes the feedback loop and signals to the universe that you're receiving the messages, which in turn will cause even more signs to flood into your experience. It will feel as if the veil has been lifted and you're now living in a world that is alive, intelligent, and in constant loving communication with you. This isn't a fantasy. This is the baseline reality of 5D consciousness. This symphony is your grand welcome, the universe rolling out the golden carpet to usher you into this new magical way of being. Pay attention. The world is about to reveal its magic to you in a way you never thought possible. The second profound miracle that will grace the prepared soul is the download of divine clarity. A cosmic epiphany of such magnitude that it will instantly dissolve years, even lifetimes of confusion. So many of you, the chosen ones, have been wandering in a fog, burdened by a deep, aching question. What is my purpose? Why am I truly here? You've felt like a ship without a rudder, drifting on an ocean of endless possibilities, but with no clear direction. You've wrestled with decisions about your career, your relationships, your true calling, feeling perpetually stuck in a state of analysis paralysis. This Thursday, for those who have purified their vessel and quieted their mind, the answer will arrive. And it won't come as a hesitant whisper. It will strike like a bolt of lightning. It will be a sudden, earth-shattering complete knowing that lands in the very center of your being. In a single, luminous moment, the entire blueprint of your soul's mission will be illuminated. You will see with absolute certainty the job you must leave, the relationship you must end, the creative project you must begin, the place on earth you must move to. All the confusion, all the doubt, all the fear that has held you captive will be vaporized in the face of this absolute, unshakable truth. This isn't a mere thought or a good idea. It's a direct transmission from your higher self, a packet of pure information that bypasses the logical mind and integrates directly into your cellular consciousness. Energetically, what's happening is that the potent cosmic rays entering the portal are activating your pineal gland, your third eye, which is the seat of higher vision and divine wisdom. As it decalcifies and awakens, it opens a direct channel to the Akashic records, the cosmic library that holds the record of your soul's entire journey. You're not times figuring out times your purpose, your times remembering times it. This divine clarity is the ultimate antidote to the programming of the Matrix, which is designed to keep you confused, distracted, and disempowered. A confused soul can be controlled. A soul who knows its purpose is an unstoppable force of nature, a sovereign being who cannot be manipulated. When this download occurs, you must honor it. No matter how radical or illogical it may seem, your logical mind will immediately try to fight it. It will say, "That's impossible. How could I ever do that? It's not practical. It's too scary." You must recognize this as the death rattle of your ego, the final resistance of your old identity. You must breathe through the fear and anchor yourself in the feeling of the truth you've just received. I urge you to write it down immediately. Write down every detail of the vision you received, every feeling, every instruction. This act of writing it down helps to ground the ethereal download into the physical realm. This document will become your sacred map, your declaration of independence from the Matrix. This clarity is the greatest gift the universe can offer you, for it is the gift of your own divine power returned to you. It's the end of wandering and the beginning of your true, purposeful, and joy-filled journey. If you're ready to move beyond confusion and to receive the divine blueprint for your life's purpose, I want you to go to the comments right now and type with all your heart, "I am receiving clarity." The third, and perhaps most tangible miracle, is the activation of physical sensations and energetic upgrades. As we established, your body is a sacred temple, a biological antenna. As the light codes and high-frequency energies of the portal wash over the planet, your antenna will begin to hum, to vibrate, to come alive in ways it never has before. This is the physical evidence that the ascension process isn't just a mental or emotional concept, it's a biological reality. You must be prepared for these sensations so that you don't meet them with fear, but with excitement and understanding. One of the most common signs is a distinct tingling or buzzing sensation, particularly in your hands, feet, and at the crown of your head. This is your energy body, your Merkaba spinning up and activating. Your hands are the centers of healing and creation. The tingling signifies that your ability to manifest and heal is coming online at a new level. The tingling in your feet is your root chakra, connecting more deeply to the crystalline grid of the new earth, grounding these new energies. The sensation at the crown of your head is your crown chakra opening wide to receive the divine light from the cosmos. You are literally being plugged in. You may also experience waves of energy coursing through your body, a feeling of inner vibration or a gentle hum that you can feel in your very bones. This is your cellular structure beginning to resonate with the rising Schumann resonance, the heartbeat of the planet. Your body is retuning itself, shedding its old dense carbon-based structure and beginning its transformation into a more crystalline, light-based form. A profound warmth may blossom in your chest, in your heart center, a feeling of radiant love that has no external cause. This is your heart chakra expanding, becoming a powerful magnetic generator that will begin to attract high vibrational experiences to you. Many will feel a distinct pressure or pulsing sensation on their forehead between the eyebrows. Don't be alarmed. This is your third eye, your pineal gland, being physically and energetically stimulated and awakened by the incoming light. It may be accompanied by seeing flashes of light colors or geometric patterns when your eyes are closed. This is the birth of your clairvoyant sight. Now, it's crucial to understand that this upgrade can also come with temporary ascension symptoms. You might feel uncharacteristically tired as your body uses immense energy for this restructuring. You might experience fleeting aches and pains in different parts of your body as dense, trapped emotional energy is dislodged from your tissues. You may feel dizzy or lightheaded as your equilibrium adjusts to the new frequency. You must not interpret these signs through the old 3D lens of illness. Reframe it immediately. Say to yourself, "My body is purging density. I am upgrading. I am transforming." The key to navigating this is to heed the advice from mistake number 5. Hydrate with pure water rest. When you feel tired, ground yourself in nature and nourish your body with light-filled foods. These physical sensations are a sacred gift, the direct physical proof that you're shedding your old skin and being reborn into a body of light capable of holding the immense power and consciousness of your true divine self. Finally, the fourth and most heart-opening miracle is the profound magnetization of the heart and the activation of soulmate signals. For so long, humanity has operated from a place of conditional love, a transactional form of affection rooted in fear and lack. We seek love outside of ourselves to fill a void within. On this sacred Thursday, as your heart chakra is supercharged by the incoming photonic light, you'll experience a radical shift in your capacity to feel and radiate love. It will begin as an overwhelming feeling of unconditional love for your own self, a profound acceptance and forgiveness for every part of your being. This self-love will then overflow, spilling out into the world. You may find yourself looking at a stranger, a tree, or an animal, and feeling a wave of love so powerful it brings tears to your eyes. This is the dawning of unity consciousness within you, the experiential knowing that you are one with all of creation. This isn't just a fleeting emotion. It's a fundamental recalibration of your energetic signature. Your heart is transforming from a small pump into a powerful electromagnetic torus field, a radiant generator of the love frequency. As this occurs, an incredible magical process begins. According to the universal law of like attracts, like your newly magnetized heart begins to send out a powerful, coherent signal into the quantum field. This is your soulmate signal. It's a broadcast of your unique soul frequency, now purified and amplified. And this signal will be irresistibly and magnetically drawn to other souls who resonate with your same core frequency. This isn't limited to romantic love. It's about attracting your entire soul family. The friends, mentors, collaborators, and divine counterparts you made a sacred contract with before you incarnated, the very souls you agreed to meet at this exact time to help co-create the new Earth. You may suddenly feel a strong urge to reconnect with an old friend. A new person may enter your life in the most unexpected and synchronistic way. For those who are seeking a romantic partner, this is the moment when the pathway is cleared, but you're no longer seeking from a place of neediness. You're radiating wholeness, and it's this wholeness that will be mirrored back to you in the form of a divine partner who matches your new, elevated vibration. On Thursday, your task is simply to allow your heart to remain open. Focus on radiating love with no agenda, no expectation. Send love to your community, to the planet. Become a beacon of love. By doing so, you make it impossible for your soul family to miss your signal. They're also awakening. They're also feeling this pull. This miracle is the end of loneliness. It's the great homecoming, the gathering of the tribes of light, the beginning of creating heaven on earth through the power of divinely connected relationships. Your heart is the key. Open it and watch as the universe brings you the human angels you were always destined to meet. You are now standing at the threshold of the inner sanctum, having navigated the celestial energies and witnessed the initial signs of your alignment. The symphony of synchronicities, the download of divine clarity, the activation of your physical vessel, and the magnetic blossoming of your heart. You are now prepared for the deeper mysteries, the miracles that reveal the true godlike nature of your being. The following signs aren't just communications from the universe, they're demonstrations of your own emerging power. They're undeniable evidence that you aren't merely a passenger on this journey of ascension, but that you are in fact stepping into the driver's seat. The membrane between your consciousness and the quantum field is becoming so thin that you can now reach through and consciously sculpt the very fabric of reality. These are the miracles that the unawakened will deem impossible, the very signs that will mark you as a true master of the new earth. The fifth miracle, and this is where the game truly changes, is the bending of reality and the acceleration of manifestation. For your entire life, you've been taught that reality is a solid, fixed, external thing that happens to you. You've been programmed to believe in the illusion of linear time, in the agonizingly slow process of cause and effect. You think a thought, you make a plan, you take the arduous steps, and maybe eventually you achieve a result. This is the slog of the 3D matrix, a time lag designed to keep you feeling powerless and small. But on this supercharged Thursday, for the soul who has purified their frequency, this time, lag will collapse. The buffer between your inner world and your outer world will dissolve. You'll begin to experience what can only be described as instantaneous manifestation. The gap between your intention and its physical materialization will shrink from years or months to days, hours, or even minutes. It will feel as if the universe has become your personal concierge, responding to your thoughts and desires with breathtaking speed and precision. It will start with small things, so you can learn the mechanics without being overwhelmed. You'll be driving to the store, and you'll think, I hope I get a parking spot right by the front door. As you round the corner, a car will pull out of that exact spot, as if on cue. You'll realize you're short a small, specific amount of money for a bill, and later that day, you'll find that exact amount in the pocket of an old coat or a friend will pay you back a debt you had long forgotten. Don't dismiss these as coincidences. This is the universe giving you a tutorial. It's teaching you the fundamental law of the 5D reality. Your focused, emotionally charged attention is the most powerful creative technology in existence. As you master these small manifestations and hold a state of gratitude and belief, the scale will increase. You'll think of a person you need to connect with for a project, and the next day, you'll receive an email from them out of the blue. You'll set a clear intention to receive an opportunity to leave your soul-crushing job, and within the week, a recruiter will call you with an offer that perfectly matches the new career path you envisioned during your download Divina Clarity. This is because, by following the 7 warnings, you've eliminated the contradictory vibrations that were canceling out your desires. You're no longer sending a signal of, "I want abundance," while simultaneously feeling the frequency of lack and complaining about your bills. Your signal has become pure, coherent, and laser-focused. With this newfound power comes immense responsibility. You must become the vigilant guardian of your own mind, for the universe doesn't judge. It simply reflects. It will manifest your fears just as quickly as it will manifest your joys. If you allow your mind to dwell on thoughts of worry, sickness, or poverty, you'll see evidence of those things appear in your reality with terrifying speed. This is why the shadow purge was so critical. The universe needed you to empty your subconscious of these negative programs before handing you the keys to the kingdom. On Thursday and in the days that follow, you must consciously choose your thoughts as if you were choosing ingredients for a sacred meal. When a negative thought arises, you must not fight it. Simply acknowledge it and gently pivot your focus to what you times do, times want. This is the training ground. You're learning to become a conscious creator, a master reality bender. You're moving from a passive victim of your reality to the sovereign architect of your world. This isn't just a miracle you witness, it's a miracle you become. The 6th miracle is a journey into the vast, unseen worlds that surround you at all times. This involves breaking through the illusionary veil and establishing communication with the divine. The idea of separation isn't just limited to how we perceive our connection with each other. It also extends to our relationship with higher dimensions, the spiritual realms. The 3D reality we experience operates under a certain frequency, almost like a fence that has kept humanity in a state of spiritual amnesia. We've been blind and deaf to the boundless intelligence that fills every corner of existence. This coming Thursday's portal is like a cosmic sledgehammer aimed directly at that frequency fence. The veil between our world and others isn't just getting thinner. For those who are ready for the chosen ones, it will be completely torn away. You will begin to directly perceive the reality of your multidimensional nature, and you'll start receiving clear, undeniable messages from your celestial support team. This marks the end of simply having faith and the beginning of truly knowing. This communication will manifest through the awakening of your higher sensory perceptions, your clear senses. You might be in a calm, meditative state when you hear a clear, distinct voice in your mind, one that isn't your own. It might speak a single word offering guidance or a full sentence filled with profound wisdom. This is known as clear audience, the ability to clearly hear the voices of your spirit, guides, your angels, or your higher self. It will always be a voice of unconditional love, wisdom, and clarity. It will never come from a place of fear or judgment. You might also start seeing things in your peripheral vision, like shimmering lights, sparkles of energy, or even ethereal, human-like shapes. This is the beginning of clairvoyance, the ability to see clearly. You're starting to perceive the energy field and the beings that exist in the dimensions just beyond what we normally see. A loved one who has passed away might make their presence known to you in a deeply personal and intimate way. You might suddenly smell the distinct scent of your grandmother's perfume in a room where it couldn't possibly be present. You may feel a gentle touch on your shoulder when no one is there. These aren't hallucinations, they are sacred visitations. Your loved ones in spirit are breaking through the veil to let you know that they are with you, that life is eternal, and that they are supporting you on your journey of ascension. Your dreams will become a primary means for this communication. They will transform from chaotic replays of your daily anxieties into vivid, hyper-realistic, and even prophetic experiences. You'll meet with your guides in your dreams, you'll receive teachings, you'll be shown glimpses of your future, and you will awaken with the absolute knowing that what you experienced was even more real than your waking life. When these experiences begin to occur, your only task is to remain open and receptive. Don't let old thought patterns based on fear and skepticism shut down your newly awakened senses. This is your natural divine birthright being restored to you. You're remembering that you are a citizen of the cosmos, a multi-dimensional being of light who can communicate freely with all levels of creation. This is your family of light finally being able to speak to you directly without all the static and interference. Welcome them. Listen to them. They have been waiting for this moment, for what feels like forever. If you're ready to tear down the veil to open your higher senses and to begin a direct and conscious dialogue with your spirit guides and your family of light, I encourage you to go to the comments right now and declare with all the power and intention you can muster, "I am open to receive." This declaration sends a powerful signal across all dimensions, letting your celestial team know that you're ready for conscious contact. Now we arrive at the seventh and ultimate miracle, the culmination of everything else, the final destination of this entire sacred journey. It is the miracle that gives this channel its very name. It is the sovereign awakening and the recognition of the incredible power that resides within you. For lifetimes, humanity has been conditioned to look for God for salvation, for power outside of themselves. We've projected our divinity onto external figures, onto gurus, onto religions, and onto institutions. We've prayed to a distant, separate deity, hoping that our pleas would be answered, living as subjects in a kingdom we believed was ruled by someone else. This is the fundamental lie that has kept humanity enslaved. The final miracle, the grand prize of this entire ascension event, is the irreversible shattering of this illusion. It's the profound, earth-shaking, and deeply personal realization that the power you've been seeking is and always has been inside you. It is the direct experiential knowing that you are not a separate creation of God, but rather a unique, individualized expression of God. The kingdom of heaven isn't a place you go to when you die. It's a state of consciousness that you unlock within your own heart. This isn't just an intellectual concept to grasp, it's a felt reality that will wash over you. It will manifest as a state of profound, unshakable peace that settles deep within your bones. A peace that isn't dependent on any external circumstance. The world can be in chaos. Your personal life can be filled with challenges, but this inner peace will remain like a calm, silent lake at the very center of your being. Along with this peace comes the total dissolution of fear, especially the fear of death. As you remember your own eternal, indestructible nature as pure consciousness, you'll begin to look at every other person, your friends, your family, even those you perceive as enemies, and you'll see the same divine spark, the same God Self, looking back at you through their eyes. All judgment will dissolve, replaced by a profound compassion and understanding. You'll realize that everything that has ever happened in your life, both the good and the bad, wasn't just a random series of events, but a divinely orchestrated curriculum designed by your own higher self to lead you to this exact moment of awakening. You'll see the perfection in all of it. In this state, you cease to be a seeker. You become a knower. You stop asking the universe for miracles, and you realize that you are the miracle. You are the creative power, the divine intelligence, the living embodiment of source energy. This is the sovereign awakening. It's the moment you reclaim your throne. It's the shift from being a piece on the chessboard to realizing you are the player moving the pieces of your life with conscious divine intent. This is the true meaning of Christ consciousness, of Buddha nature. It's the ultimate power, the ultimate freedom, and it's your divine inheritance. This coming Thursday is the great catalyst, the divine trigger for this final and most profound awakening. You've been given the map. You've been warned of the pitfalls and shown the signs of your success. The journey has been laid bare before you. The choice, as always, is yours. Will you heed the call? Will you have the courage to step away from the noise of the world for just one day, to honor your temple, to face your shadows, and to open your heart to the flood of divine grace that is pouring onto this planet? Or will you allow this once-in-a-millennium opportunity to pass you by, to remain asleep as the world awakens around you? The universe is holding its breath in anticipation of your decision. Your soul has been preparing for this moment for countless lifetimes. All of your guides, your ancestors, and your celestial family are gathered around you, cheering you on, whispering words of encouragement. They can't make the choice for you, but they are here to support you the moment you say yes. This isn't the end. This is the great beginning. This is the dawn of the new human, the birth of the new earth. And you, chosen one, are its midwife. You are the architect. You are the pioneer. Embrace this sacred mission. Embrace the magnificent, unstoppable divine power that is awakening within you. The world is waiting for you to remember who you are. Don't let this sacred transmission fade away. Anchor this transformation into your very being. If you've journeyed with me to this point, if you felt the truth of these words ignite a fire in your soul, then this message was meant for you. You are one of the chosen. And now, for your final act of power on this day, go to the comments and declare to yourself, to me, and to the entire cosmos the ultimate truth of your being. Type, "My awakening is now and forever." Seal your transformation. Claim your sovereignty. Your new life doesn't start tomorrow. It has already begun.